So that's kind of why I did this, is because I wanted to ask you guys. I never really got an opportunity to ask in person, and the closest thing to person is video and voice. But, I love your daughter, Jim and Carrie, and I love your sister, Hannah, Emily, Julia, Natalie, James. I love her and I love all you guys. And we've been together for 3 years and 7 months. And like I said, she's an inspiring person in my daily life. She reminds me to love, laugh, and live every day. Not saying that I don't already do those things, but she gives me a reason to do them each day and to do them to the fullest. And she's always supportive and she's encouraging. And Kylie's my best friend. You know, it's one thing to say that we're dating, but on another whole level, we're just best friends. After spending so much time and investing in each other, you're no longer just friends, you're best friends. And that's why I want to marry Kylie. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to pretend like it's coming. I'm ready to do it. And that's why I'm doing all this. And I wish that I was there in person to ask you guys, but I have a great opportunity to ask Kylie to marry me. We're going to a Fall Light Festival on Friday, November 11th. And it's been talked about between Kylie and I a lot. Like, when is this happening? We're starting our next chapter together. We're graduating college. We're looking for jobs. We're trying to figure out where we're going to live. We're doing all these things. But the only piece that's missing is us just being together. And I'm totally ready to take that next step. And the Fall Light Festival is going to be so romantic. They're going to release a bunch of lanterns in the sky, after night. And supposedly there's going to be, a body of water underneath them all. And it just seems like a perfect setting and a perfect timing, right there at the end of, college. And it gets me a little nervous to ask, even though you're not here right now. And when you're watching this, I won't be saying it currently. But it's still a little nerve-wracking. But it just seems like the perfect time. And, I did handwrite this letter that I'm trying to do right now. So I'll definitely give that to you guys. I just wanted to make sure that this got there in time, because sometimes my luck with the mail sucks. But anyway, I couldn't imagine a day in the life without Kylie. I can't remember what life was like before her and I were together. We've tried, and it just seems like we've been together forever. I know that we're young. I know that you and Jim were both, I think you said 25-ish when you had Kylie and or were getting married. And so I know that creates hesitation that we're young, but just because we're young doesn't mean that we can't do it, that we can't succeed. People will always say, you're so young, you have your whole life ahead of you. But in my mind, I plan on spending my whole life with Kylie anyway. And I think that this would make the burden easier on both of us as far as, financially and her safety. I don't trust people in Fort Worth very well. So if we were to live in a city that we're both not, we don't have anybody to fall back on, I need to be the one Kylie can fall back on, and I want to be there for her every night, So that's just kind of my thought on that. I know that we're young, but that doesn't mean that we're not able to succeed and that we're not able to still live life to the fullest. I'm not going to trap her at home every night. She's more than welcome to do whatever she wants as far as go and see her friends, or if you guys are around, I want her to spend time with you because I want to spend time with you guys. I've learned a lot from your family. How to be a good member of a family. I mean, I had that growing up as a kid, and I miss it because as I've grown up, my family's dwindled apart, which is something that sucks. But watching you guys has kind of restored that. I complain a lot about my family, but I'm not unstable. Jackie Robinson said, God built me to last. And just like him, there's a lot of craziness in my life too. But I'm not going to go down easy. I'm going to carry the burden for me, and I want to help carry the burden for Kylie. I want to be there every day for her to lean on just as she is today. I want to do that for the rest of my life. I'd love Kylie. We're not we're not gonna just cruise through life, and I understand that. But I know that I have the strength it takes because of God, not because of me, but because of God. I have the strength that it takes to hang in there for Kylie, to encourage her, support her every day. We're not the same in every aspect, but we both have our differences. She's artistic, I'm analytical. There's some big differences there, but the core similarity that we have is Christ and having a spiritual life. And I know with that at the helm of things, it'll be fine. As long as we're both focused with our eyes facing upward, it'll be fine. Whew. I'm a little nervous here still, even though this is kind of going. In the book of Solomon in the Bible, it talks about finding the one whom your soul loves. For me, that's Kylie. We just work so well together, and I know you guys don't get to see us together all the time, but like we just bounce off each other so well. We love on each other, we bounce off each other, we make each other laugh, we support each other, we encourage each other. We're just a great fit. We find great satisfaction in working together and growing together, and that's just another reason that I want to marry Kylie. Just a perfect other half to grow old with, to be, in love with. I know we're young. I said that earlier, and we're not quite established in the world yet. But Kylie and I are both working really hard to do that. We're both working really hard to succeed, and I think that we're going to be fine. I got an offer from the bank back home. They offered me more than they were going to initially because they really want me. They feel like I'm going to be a crucial part in their forward progress of their company. But Kylie's also working really hard. She's got an interview with Global Prairie, and she could have either office. I mean, Kylie's just blown them away on both accounts, Fort Worth and Kansas City. They'd be foolish not to offer her both jobs. But I've also drawn interest from other companies too. I'm not trying to brag on either one of us, but GM Financial set up an interview with me. TD Ameritrade offered me a job. I have other offer on the table from Yardi Systems, which is a company down here. It's contingent upon a couple different things, but I'm just telling you guys all this to let you know that we are trying our best to get our feet in the door somewhere to start that ladder of success and to catapult our careers forward and be successful and have something to fall back on. So, that just kind of goes for the whole financial thing. Like, we're young, we're not established, but we're working on it and we're doing a good job in my mind. And I want to be able to support Kylie financially. If something bad were to happen, if Global Prairie if she weren't to get that, honestly, that would just be like the stupidest thing ever. But I want to be able to support Kylie financially, and I want to be able to support her emotionally and spiritually and whatever kind of support she needs. I do love Kylie. I love her so much. So sorry, the heart's still pounding here. I'm trying not to cry. It takes a lot to make me cry, and I'm almost there. So it's like, I spend a lot of my free time anyway thinking about her. So my heart's always pounding. I know that's really cheesy. Don't eye roll on that one. But I don't see any other way to live life and enjoy life than to just be with Kylie. I really think that our next step is here. I know that's scary and it freaks a lot of people out probably, but there's also a lot of excitement behind it. I know Kylie's ready to be to that next step because she's been asking me a lot lately, like, when are we going to get engaged? When are we going to get married? When are you going to ask me to marry you? Do you have a ring yet? Have you asked my parents yet? And you have to ask my parents in person. And I'm sitting here thinking, well, I don't know when I can, because I just see this great opportunity and I want to propose to her down here, and between you and me, I already have a ring. I'll go ahead and tell you that. I wanted everything to be ready. And there is a picture of it at the end of this slideshow. Yeah, freaking Jared. Jared's hooked me up, and we kind of stalked Kylie's Pinterest board, Sarah and I. And Sarah's been sliding me hints and tips on what kind of ring to get Kylie. And I think I got her the one she wants. I'm not asking to marry Kylie tomorrow. I'm not asking to marry Kylie November 12th. I'm not asking to marry Kylie in December 1st. I'm asking to start that next step together. I am asking to begin that process so that when we do decide on a date that it's just everything's in the right order, and it'll still be a little while before Kylie and I get married. It's not like we're going to get married, super fast. That's all dependent on her, you guys, other family members, other people that are important to us. And so I guess saying all that and rambling through a bunch of different things, just to kind of give you an idea that I've thought through a lot of different things. I'm not just sitting here on a cloud nine trying to marry Kylie. I'm thinking things through. I love Kylie, not just Carrie, Jim, but the Fails fam. I want to marry Kylie, plain and simple. And I am so sorry that I did not get to ask you guys in person. I really wanted to over the summer, but the timing wasn't right. And I feel like the timing is right now, but I don't get to see you guys till Thanksgiving, and I don't get to see you guys until Christmas. And so this was the only other way I guess it would seem like the second classiest way of doing it. Obviously, I would never send a text message or an email and ask. That's why I put my face up here, even though it kind of looks funky at an angle. Like, it looks fine right now, but when I play things back, my head looks like it's like this. So I'm not trying to draw y'all off. Sometimes I get distracted. But I want to marry Kylie. And I love her so much. And I sincerely hope that you will consider it and allow me to marry your daughter.